Hi guys, my name's Kit.
First thing that you need to know about is the Trammel tool. So a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to build a brick oven. Wait, how am I going to build the dome? Like what this thing does is we're going to lock it into the middle of the floor. Now we make it with a pin in the base plate. So there is a pin here that's going to lock into the hole that's drilled in the center of the floor. And once we've got that in there, it's going to pivot from that point. We're going to clamp our bricks into the cradle at the end, and it's going to position each brick in a perfect dome for us. Okay, so you really can't stuff it up. But what you'll find is when we put this in, it will sit nicely in there and lock down against the floor. All right, so using the Trammel tool is really very easy. So you lift it up and you put the brick in and just seat it against the corner, the back corner, and then you just do up the clamp, just gently. It doesn't have to be done up really tight. And now it's placing the brick for you. So it's going to place the bricks in a perfect ring. We're going to lay one row of bricks at a time, and it's going to position all of those for us, which is so after you've laid the first row of bricks, you can come back and lay the second row, and it will follow the curve itself. It sets the curve, because what we're laying here is a hemisphere. So for our D95 and our 50mm high in the center, which is too high. So we don't want to do a hemispheric dome that wide. So for the D130 and for our larger commercial ovens, we give you a slightly different trammel. This is our elliptical trammel tool. This is what you get if you purchase one of our D130 or larger pre-cut brick oven kits, and it is fully adjustable. So the idea is we're able to adjust the length of the arm using this T-bolt here. So we can undo this and slide it along this shaft to shorten or extend the length of the arm. We can also adjust the angle of the cradle using this turnbuckle here. So we can wind this and it will actually pivot the cradle so that we can make the tool follow any profile we want. We give you a CNC cut piece of form ply, which is the profile for the dome of the oven. So at the start of each ring, what you'll do is you'll take the template, you'll put it in the oven, and you line it up with the center, and you'll actually adjust this tool so that the brick actually follows the curve of the template. If we were laying a row at this height, what I would want to do is I would actually adjust this to wind the turnbuckle in, which is going to pull this up so that it's going to follow this curve here. We actually want to get the brick to line up at the center. So right now the bottom is touching the template and the top's way off. So what we want is for the middle. So we just adjust this until it sits against the middle. Fantastic. So now the tool is set and ready to lay this ring of bricks if we were building the D130. Now with the D130, when you're laying the dome, as you get further up, you'll find that this cradle is actually tilted quite far back, which means releasing it off the tool can be a little bit tricky. It's very easy. For the D105, all you do is lift it straight up and it'll pull away from the brick without touching it. However, for the elliptical domes, as we get further up the dome and this cradle is sort of tilted right back, this edge wants to grab the brick as you move up. So what we've done is we've actually spring-loaded the tool at the base here. So you undo your clamp and you undo it a fair way. With the D105 you only have to undo it a couple of turns. For the D130 you undo it a fair way, and then you can actually push the whole tool in towards the center as you lift it up. And then as you release it, it's going to push back to the original position so that you can lay the next brick. If you ever find yourself getting into real strife and you just for some reason aren't able to get the tool off the brick, then you can always undo this T-nut here and slide the tool in, but you shouldn't need to because there's plenty of play in the bottom there.